Good morning, everyone. Now, those who have not seen the previous lectures, please go through the previous lectures, because in previous lectures we have gone through that how a contract develop, what are the essential elements of a contract, what are the classifications of contract. Now, 2 points which are left behind. The one is discharge of contract, and another is breach of contract. So remedies under breach that we need to discuss. What you can see, like when we talk about the discharge of contract, what happens, like if a contract develop, then it creates an obligation before the party. If I am entering in a contract with someone, that creates an obligation before me, that I have to perform my part of obligation. If some party has entered in a contract, that all creates an obligation before the party to perform their part of obligation. So when it comes to discharge of a contract, it is actually, we are going to talk about that how a contractual relationship will get over. When contractual relationship will get over, there are 2 modes of discharge. One is by performance and another is in case of non-performance. By performance means what? That both the party have done their part of obligation. If party X or party Y has entered in a contract, in the case the both party have done their work, that means the contract is discharged by performance. But in case of not performance means what? If any of the party have not done their obligation, in the case, what are the another modes of discharge? So the simple or you can say the best way to discharge a contract due to non-performance is mutual agreement. Mutual agreements means what? The both party can agree, now I am not going to complete my part of obligation, and both party can get the contract over. The another first option is by mutual agreement. The another best option is by lapse of time. If the time has lapsed, the contract will automatically discharge. The third point is if the operation of law. Operation of law means the law restrains people to execute the contract. If some product is banned in some area, in the case, the person or those who are entered in a contract, they cannot execute the contract over there. The another is supervening impossibility. In the case also, the contract will not discharge by performance. In case of subsequent changes, the contract is not able to discharge by performance. Breach is the one of the way not to discharge of contract. Breach means some parties had denied before the day or on the day of the contract, denied to perform the contract. In the case, that is called discharge by breach of contract. And that breach needs the remedies before the party. Reason being that if some party will breach the contract or not perform the contract, not fulfill his part of obligation, in the case, the another party will face some challenges. That challenges will comes to the party, that party needs some remedies in the case of losses. So there are some options that how the losses can be recovered. One is compensation. You can compensate whatever losses has occurred. Another is you can go to court and ask court to send a stay order that if he is not performing your contract, he will not accomplish or enter in another contract with some another party. There are such. The another is shoots for injunction. Injunction means how much part you have performed, like that part you need to pay. Like if you have ordered 50 liters of milk and you have received 20 liters, you have to pay for that 20 liters. 30 liters has not been performed, has not been shared, delivered. In the case, you didn't have to pay for 30 liters, but if you have received 20 liters, you have to pay for that 20 liters. So when contract is important to develop, the discharge of contractual relationship is equally important, because that contract creates legal obligation and the party need to perform the contract If they are not performing the contract, we need to find out the reason that why the contract is not being performed, and further we need to find the remedies. This was all about Indian Contract Act 1872. So what are the important points there? How a contract develop, what are the essential elements of a contract, types of contract like valid, void, and voidable. Then further, the discharge of contract. There are two modes. One is performance and by non-performance, and the last one is remedies for breach of contract. These are the pointers under Indian Contract Act. In the next session, we will be going through the Sale of Goods Act 1930. Thank you.